Well, what I have here today is a Waters Colony Phonola. There it is. This machine dates to about 1940-41. It's an earlier model of this with the front crank. Most of them have it over here on the side. This one does not. This is the earliest out front. Not as convenient a location for the crank. It was a lot easier when I put it back there and it was angled upwards, so you didn't have to hang it over a table like I'm doing here to crank it. Now, the Waters Colony Company used to be just Colony Company. They were a subsidiary of Sears Holdings, and as the name suggests, they were making phonographs for the Sears house brands and such, and they were sold off, you know, during the I believe it was 1939. They were sold off to the Waters Company, and they became Waters Colony, and Sears began getting their phonographs elsewhere. But RCA stepped in. If you notice, if you have an RCA from the 40s, you probably recognize some of the features like the tone arm and the speaker location, all of that. Except over here it would say RCA instead of Phonola. A simple box phonograph. No, there's no frills on this. This is 1940 by now, and electric phonographs were ruling the roost. Acoustic machines like this were exactly as they had been intended in the first place. They're portable machines. It's lightweight. There are no heavy materials in this. A very small motor. It works, but you don't expect multiple plays out of a record from this motor. It's got that cardboard or maybe paper mache horn in there. You can see it's under the grill there. Simple wooden box covered with leatherette. You know, there's no automatic brake on this. There's no big. There is a place to store records there under the lid, but only a few. You're not going to put 20 records in anything like that. A very basic tone arm. You know, it's state of the art for the time period, but it was, you know, pot metal, and you have a reproducer on there that takes advantage of the orthophonic technology, but it's very simplified. It does have an aluminum diaphragm, but there are, you know, it's adequate enough to do the job without getting too carried away. They weren't that concerned with sound quality on this because they expected it for exactly what you see here. Outdoor portable use. Drag it along on picnics, vacations, camping, whatever you wanted to do. It's got a simple, small turntable. It's actually about 7 inches, I think. And while this was from the period of the 1940s, I don't recommend playing those records on a machine like this. Save those for your electric machines with their light stylus on there. So I'm going to put an older Victrola, acoustic era Victrola record from the 20s on here for the demonstration. I'm sure people played thousands and thousands of Glenn Miller records on here and whatnot from the 40s and probably into the 50s. Yeah, even Elvis probably played on this, but those records are made of a more delicate material. They can be damaged by repeated playing on one of these machines, so it's best to keep those for your electric machines. Just use old ones on this. I don't generally collect stuff this new, if you can call 1940, 41 new, but I'm more teens, 20s, aughts, you know, Victrolas and such back then, HMVs. But I saw this at the flea market. It was being neglected, and it really didn't have anything wrong. The tone arm was a little stiff on it. That's all that was wrong with it. I had to scrape down a little bit of metal on there because the pot metal had swelled up on the pivot back there. But it's okay now. It's just your basic Phonola. And it has a simple, look at this, on-off. Instead of the normal brake, it's just on-off. So you turn it on, and sure enough, it goes up. The on-off, by the way, is there because people were used to electric machines by this time, which had on-off electric switches. Okay. And then you just turn it off. Anyway, for those interested, that is the I'm Going South. Pull it with an orchestra. I'll give you a look right there at the label. And that's your typical 1940s portable phonograph. They all kind of look similar from this period, and most of them are made by the Waters Colony Company, at least the ones sold over here. I mean, RCA was the biggest supplier in the country at that time of these machines, and second only to Sears, who eventually started selling these too, and Phonola themselves. So between the three of them, they had it pretty much locked up. Wasn't a huge demand for these machines anymore. Everybody wanted battery operated ones or plug-in electric portables, that kind of thing. But there was still a small niche market, people who want to be out, you know, where there's no electricity or whatever. Or maybe still at that time they lived with no electricity, so this is what they had. But that's the Phonola, the Waters Colony Phonola.